Don't tell me it's going to be a bad. Ah, we are live. Yes.
Woo!
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike, as you probably know. And today I wanted to show kind of an example of what online training is like because I feel a lot of times there is a misconception of exactly what online training is, what kind of equipment you might need, uh, all those types of things. So, my wonderful client Marie has allowed me to let you come behind the scenes and see what it's like to train online. So, as you can see, say hi, Marie.
Hi, everybody.
Okay. As you can see, let's start off with what she's got equipment wise because Marie has a little bit more than probably most people are going to have. So I don't want to give you the expectation that like you need all of that right out of the gate, and or you're going to need it at all maybe one day. I don't know. Everybody's an individual case. I don't really tell anybody anything until I know what's going on. As far as what Marie's doing right now, she is doing a shoulder press, but she's sitting down on the ground because that makes it a little stricter. So she can't use her legs or her hips or anything to kind of help it. So you're being very strict right now with that. So that's kind of the thought behind that, in case you're thinking, why isn't she standing or whatever. But so Marie's got a set of dumbbells over there. It goes from 5 to 25 pounds. I have the link on my website to Amazon for that. I'll tell you, for the price, it'll last you forever. I doubt you're going to throw dumbbells around. So it's a good investment. If you think how much you're going to spend at a gym or a doctor, if you think about that amount of money, it's really not that big of an investment. But again, even if you don't have that, most people starting off with a set of tens, that's a good mid number. It's not too heavy or anything. What set are you on, Marie? Was that two?
That was two. Yes, I'm getting
Okay.
ready for the third one.
Do you have any want to go up heavier?
I can try.
All right. Let me ask you this: how many reps did you get?
With these, I think
Yes.
7.
7.
7 or
So I would say stick with that and try to get more reps.
8. Okay. All right.
So my rule of thumb, everybody, is if you can get 10 reps, solid 10 reps with a weight, you can go up. That's my thought. And then she also has a squat rack and a barbell. Again, most people, you probably don't even need that. Okay, you're not going to need that. She happened to have it for because her brother had bought it, so that's why she has it. And we're going to use it, of course. We're going to use it to the fullest, but you don't necessarily need it when you're training at home. It's nice. It opens up options a lot, depending on your goal too. It might be a necessity, but most people probably not. And then she has some bands and a roller, and those things, yes, but those are very small investments. And again, they're going to last you forever. So a roller you're going to need. That's standard. Ball as well, because the ball is just a little bit better in certain areas of the body. And most people have issues in their lower body when they come to see me, be it a hip, back, knee, foot, ankle, something along those lines. I have them get bands, circular bands, booty bands, some call them, that go around your legs. They're a circular band. I like material ones like that. Thank you, Marie. I like material ones just like that because it makes it it lasts longer. I think it's just a little better. They don't. They just last longer. Especially me in Arizona with the heat and stuff. The rubber just kind of gets like crap after a while. All right, you are on to your next exercise, Marie. So we're going to move on from our dumbbell press. Right, you're done, or do you have another set? I'm talking here. I'm not. You're
I'm
done.
done.
That's
Yep.
all right. Let's do our dumbbell rows now. Our one arm rows.
All right.
You can use the bed or the couch or whatever to put your arm on, or put the chair there like we used to do.
Yes.
Whatever's easier for you.
All right. What's a good angle? Maybe like this on the side.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Let's see.
Start with 10. Yeah, 10 is a good start. Now, I've been working with Marie for a while now, so like I can tell her certain things and she just does them. Again, when I work with somebody new, there's a learning period. Your muscles have to adapt to the new movement. We learn sometimes muscles aren't working, so we got to get them switched on and working properly in the movement. You know, we start to figure all that out when I work with you. That's a good portion of it. And to figure that out, I just need to really see you and ask you questions. I don't have to be in a room with you to assess you. As long as you communicate, you know, if I ask you a question, as long as you answer me honestly, and I can see you, there's no huge benefit to being in person. Aside from some things I do touch a person tactilely, like to make them feel something, like, oh, this is the muscle you need to feel. But I can still express that online if I have to.
Yeah.
Now,
Communication is key. That's
exactly. Now, with Marie, when she's doing, one of the biggest problems I see, not you, Marie, I'm not saying you're doing it, but one of the biggest problems is people use their bicep more than their back when they are pulling the dumbbell. Okay. So when they pull the dumbbell, you should be pulling with your back. So it's more of a sweeping motion than keeping your elbow tight and bent in like that. It's a little different. You want to sweep and then you're using your lat more. That's a real key when you're doing rows of any sort. You really want to make sure you're sweeping your elbow back so you get that back engagement. Because I've seen people, you know, half the movement, if not more, is in their arms instead of their back. And again, to most people, just looking at somebody working out, an exercise could look correct. But to a trained eye and somebody who knows what they're looking for, they can find little things that are wrong and point them out to the person, stuff they won't feel. Matter of fact, just before we got on here, Marie was doing some chest press, and she didn't realize that when she was bringing her one arm down, she was opening it up too much. But she couldn't feel it. The way it felt to her was it felt right. So she didn't think she was doing it wrong. Once you look at yourself and see, wow, that's not matching up, your body will lie to you initially until you train it to move differently. It's going to kind of do its own thing. So you want to have a mirror or a good eye shot of what you're doing if you can. You really want to watch. You don't want to be oblivious to what you're doing because you will do it wrong, especially starting out. And I would say I've seen a lot of people doing exercising for years that are still doing some things not as good as they should. So it's not just the newbies that sometimes need refreshers on things. And a lot of times, guys, a lot of you guys out there, they're trying to go for max lift. You will not hit your max lift if you are not bracing and moving and doing the exercise most efficiently. You want to be as efficient as possible when you're doing an exercise, especially trying to push the most weight as possible. You need to be aware of what you're doing and making sure there's a saying, toes to tongue should be engaged. In an exercise, everything from your toes all the way up to your tongue should be engaged in some way while you're doing the movement. And you will, I'm telling you guys, take your deadlift, for instance, or even girls, take your deadlift, for instance. Say your deadlift, I'm just throwing a weight out there. Say you have a 200-pound deadlift, right? I guarantee if you clean up your deadlift a little, you will on the spot go up 20 pounds at least on the deadlift just by cleaning it up and doing it better. So really, movement and learning how to move isn't just for new people. And again, if you're working out at the gym and you're having regular joint pain or regular pain of some sort and you're just trying to work through it, guys, you're going to wind up hurting yourself. You're going to hurt yourself at some point. It's not going to make you better. The stuff you were doing kind of is the stuff that hurt it, right? So why would you keep doing that? It's not going to make it better. So if you have pain, sometimes the simplest thing would be take a little time off and just do some rehab movement. Okay. Roll, stretch, very light body weight movements, going full range of motion, just moving, but letting your body just rest. That it could be that if you're somebody hitting it hard all the time, it could just be that. If you're not, you could be having an injury, or the thing you're doing could be making the injury, and you might want to reassess. And if you don't think you have the skill to do that, hire a trainer for a month, 2 months, right? I mean, this isn't something where you have to work out 5 days a week with a trainer for the rest of your life if you don't want to. You can. I have clients that I've been training for 10 plus years because they appreciate what I do for them. They appreciate that if they have a problem, they can ask me and I'll help them with it. They appreciate they don't have to think of the workouts and that they're always going to be doing them right. Even if they try something new, they know they're going to do it right. So people appreciate that. Some people come with a problem. I help them and they go on their way. There's different kinds of people out there, and there's different reasons to see a professional. It's not always, I must gain muscle, I must be strong, I must lose body fat. It's not always that. People have specialties. If a trainer doesn't have a specialty, you're probably going to be all over the place. If a guy's specialty is working with fitness people, then fitness people should go to that guy because that's his specialty. If somebody's specialty is movement and pain management and longevity, like myself, then if that's what your goal is, and your goal isn't necessarily huge muscles, super strong, or whatever, then go see a person that specializes in that. If you go to somebody that specializes in the wrong thing, forget it. What set are you on, Marie?
This is the third set, and I moved to 20s.
I love it. How many are you getting with it?
I did 10 with the 15 on the last set.
And again, I've been working with Marie a lot, so she can kind of be a little self-sufficient with stuff. Certain moves. All right. Marie, I want to end with let me see. We did a lot of work, Marie. I'm surprised you did good today.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike.
Not that you don't always do good, but you did real good today.
I tried.
Let's do a little something for core to finish off when you're done with that.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
She's being sarcastic, everybody.
No, I do love core.
Most people love certain things and hate everything else.
Yes, I hate arms, but I've never been so good with arms as I have been with you, Mike. So thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. So, because we're going to be finishing up here, I didn't want to be on long, and Marie's going to be finishing up in a few minutes here. Marie, we're going to go on the ground. Do you remember leg raises on the ground where you put your hands under your butt and you would raise your legs up?
Yes, but grabbing onto the board, do you want me to do it with the hands?
I'm just saying that was the old. I wanted to remind you in that sense, but now we grab the bar. You are absolutely correct. That was very good. Very proud of you, Marie. Very good. One of the other things we talk about in these sessions online is nutrition, eating, sleeping, stuff outside of the workout as well. Because that's all important. Stuff you'll be eating can be causing you inflammation. That can be part of the problem. You're having pain while you're working out. So everything's connected. If you're not sleeping well, it could be your food and nutrition. Most things are your nutrition, really. um, because you're probably deficient in something, or something along those lines. Um, so that's all incorporated in these online sessions. We do everything. I am a nutrition coach, so we go over all that stuff. We go over pain, we go over movement, we go over your workouts. Now, if you're working out at home, I show you what to do at home, and we go through a workout at home. If you're working out at a gym, I show you the things at home. We go over form. You don't necessarily need dumbbells and heavy weight to do that. And we go through those things at home if you're the person who wants to go to the gym and just isn't going to work out at home. So it really doesn't matter, is what I'm saying, whether you're going to actually build yourself a nice little, not like a big home gym, but a nice little cubby hole if you only have a little bit of room in your house, or a room, or the garage, whatever you feel that you want and what you want to spend money on and what your goals are. You can do it at home. You don't need a gym. Nobody needs a gym. Nobody. Now, if you're an athlete, if you're looking to compete, if you're looking to be the best, unless you can afford a lot of equipment at home, you're going to need a gym. But are most people doing that? No. I'm here to help the people that are left behind. I'm here to help the people that don't want to work out, that don't like to work out, that don't think they have time to work out, that don't realize working out and eating right are what's affecting their health the most. That's why I am here. So I hope, again, if you guys have any questions, please comment below, because this will go up and people will be able to watch it later. Comment below, send me a message, whatever you need to do, okay? But I don't want people to think that they can't work out at home, okay, and that there's some barrier where they're going to get less of a training experience or less of a experience in whatever in general by doing it online, okay? It has nothing to do with that. You got to just show up and know how to have work on a video and a mic on your phone or your whatever.
Yeah, if I can figure it out, anyone can.
Right. I've worked with lots of different people, and they have a large range of knowledge of how to use this stuff. So I keep it quite simple. Okay. It's nothing complicated as far as getting online. I do have an older clientele, so a lot of times some of them don't know exactly what they're doing, but I walk you through it. It really isn't hard at all. I haven't had a problem yet. But yeah. And again, work out 1 day a week with me, 2 days a week. It doesn't matter. Just know that working out less with me means you're responsible for more on your own. That's all. You got to remember that. Okay, everybody? So I want to thank Marie for letting me film this. I think we might do it again. I didn't really announce this one, so it was kind of I just put it out there. The next one I'll announce. So if anybody wants to be a part of it, you'll know ahead of time that it's going to happen, right? So, because this is it's early in the morning, and maybe even if I get enough people saying maybe one time do it a little later in the day, maybe I can work it out with Marie one time where we do it a little later, and more people can get on for it live at that point. All right, everybody. But thank you, Marie. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere, Marie. We're going to go off live, but don't go anywhere. Okay. Don't hang up on me.
All right.
And, yes. Yeah, I don't know. Just if you have questions, please. There is no excuse to not get healthy. It doesn't matter if you live in the woods, you don't have a car, you don't want to drive to the gym, you don't want to join the gym. I have a lot of clients that just don't want to go to a gym. You don't need it. You can be healthy. You can be pain-free. You can sleep well, and you can feel better and be happier. All right, everybody? So please comment below. Share this to people that don't understand online training. Hopefully, this will give them a better idea, and if not, they can ask questions too. All right? So, everybody, have a great day. It's hump day. Have a great rest of your day, and if you see this later on, have a good night, and see you next time. Bye.